Right. But that's what makes information so powerful is, you don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. Yeah. And so you can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. Everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Look at it. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his ass ring.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
God damn, we got some good weed, Cat. Jesus Christ.
This must be the weed.
I'm trying to figure out how to jump in on that.
Right. Which is my only goal.
I always wondered whether or not all the stories in the Bible, it's just where we are experiencing it. Like the mark of the beast thing that we were talking about earlier. If that is not, I think if you had to tell a story for so many years,
yeah,
before anybody ever even figured out how to write it down, and you're telling a story about a civilization that allowed people to put brain implants in them, and then all of a sudden the brain implants were hijacked by machines, and people became just meat zombies, controlled by corporations. That would be the mark of the beast. That'd be a demonic thing. If a demon tricked human beings into wearing a hat that turned you into a zombie, that demon would be like a famous character in books and folklore. But that demon exists, and it's just technology. It just shows itself through this desire for the newest, latest innovations that are going to constantly fuel it becoming more and more powerful. Until one day it tricks you into letting it into its head, like a vampire.
Cat, he sees a lot of stuff. He's been gathering information for a long time, and he said everything was going to come out, especially like the rap industry. And what do you see? Everything coming out with Diddy. Cat may have a big part to play in all this, because he said 2024 is the year that people are going to know. People are going to know. And I just find these conversations so interesting because you can see that everybody's waking up to the mentality of the ritual, and you can see Joe how close he is to fully understanding the biblical aspects of all of this, and what demons do, how they introduce things, and it's done so incrementally over time they normalize it. That's just normal. It just becomes normal. It's not shoved in your face, everything at once. It's done over time. But over the last years, this information war has become so blatant that they're playing their cards too quickly. So people are starting to wake up to understand that demonic forces are at work here in a lot of different aspects. And this is the fight we're in. It's all demonic. It's all spiritual warfare. Everything. We do not fight against flesh and blood, but against a spiritual wickedness and principalities in high places. So it's also very interesting. It's a great conversation. I suggest listening to the whole thing.